After spending 5 years studying the markets, you know every chart, every pattern, and every indicator known to man. You can read candlesticks in your sleep. You know about order flow and all the liquidity zones. You know the whole encyclopedia. Now, imagine that on a Tuesday morning, in under 4 hours, you blow your entire account with all the knowledge you have. Not because you didn't know what you were doing, because you did, and you still couldn't stop yourself. This is not a story I made up. This is the story of the majority of traders on this planet. And if you're watching this right now, there's a very good chance it's already your story too. Here's the number that should terrify you. 93% of traders fail. Not 50, not 60, 93%. And the most disturbing part? Most of them weren't stupid. Well, most of them actually knew the rules. So why did they fail? That's the question this entire video is built to answer, and I promise you, the answer is not what you think it is. But before I give it to you, I need to tell you something that most trading channels will never admit. Hey, I'm Stick Trader Mind, and today we're going to talk about why you can't stay consistent no matter what. Subscribe to join this community of traders. Let's dive in. I have built a fortune in the markets, and I have lost a fortune in the markets, sometimes in the same week. And the thing that separated those two outcomes had nothing to do with strategy. It had everything to do with this, and how well I could control what was happening inside it. The market doesn't punish ignorance. It punishes behavior. And until you understand what that means at the deepest level, you will keep losing, no matter how many courses you buy, no matter how many charts you study at 2 a.m. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you're going to understand something that took me years and a devastating amount of money to learn. And more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. But first, we need to talk about what actually happens when you trade. And it is far stranger than you think. Let me paint you a picture. You've done your analysis. You've spotted a clean setup. Price is sitting right at a key level. Your plan says, enter here, stop there, target there. Simple, clean, disciplined. You execute the trade, and then the market dips slightly against you, just slightly, maybe 10, 15 pips. Nothing that hits your stop. Nothing that threatens your plan. But in that moment, something shifts. Your chest tightens, your eyes dart to the P&L, and then a voice in your head says, what if I'm wrong? What if it keeps going? What if I should just get out now? Sound familiar? Of course it does, because that voice has a name, fear, and it is the single most expensive thing in your trading account. Here's what nobody tells you. Fear and greed are not personality flaws. They're not signs that you're weak or undisciplined. They are primal survival mechanisms that your brain developed 200,000 years ago to keep you alive on the savannah. But the savannah is gone, yet the brain is still running the same software. When you see a trade going against you, one, your brain literally cannot distinguish between I might lose $50 and a lion is about to eat me. Both trigger the exact same panic response. Both flood your system with cortisol. Both make rational thought nearly impossible. This is why the smartest people in the room, the ones with the best strategies, the most hours of study, the highest IQs, often make the worst traders. Because intelligence has nothing to do with emotional control. And emotional control is the only thing that matters when real money is on the line. The 7% of traders who actually survive long-term, they figured this out. Not because they felt less fear than you, but because they built systems to act in spite of it. Now here's where it gets really interesting and a little uncomfortable, because fear is only half the problem. The other half? Dex, you're going to want to sit down for this one. The other enemy isn't fear at all. It's the thrill of winning. When you make a great trade, when money floods into your account and the market does exactly what you said it would, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that fires when people gamble. The same chemical that powers addiction. And just like any drug, your brain starts chasing that feeling. You start taking trades you shouldn't. You hold winners too long, hoping for more of that rush. You revenge trade after losses, desperate to feel the high again. You don't realize it's happening. It feels like confidence. It feels like instinct. It feels like you're in the zone. But you're not in the zone. You're addicted to the outcome instead of committed to the process. Now, and this distinction, this single distinction, is the line between a trader who survives and one who self-destructs. But knowing this isn't enough. Here's the thing nobody talks about. You can know all of this, nod your head right now, think, yeah, that makes sense, and still do all of it tomorrow. Why? Because there's a third force at work, and it's the most dangerous one of all. Let me destroy a myth that's costing traders thousands of dollars. The myth is this: I just need more discipline. You've probably said it to yourself after a bad trade. I need to be more disciplined. I need more self-control. I need to stop being so emotional. Here's the truth. Discipline is not a personality trait. You cannot simply decide to have more of it. Willpower is a finite resource, and under pressure, under stress, when real money is moving in real time, willpower runs out in about 30 seconds. The traders who appear to have iron discipline, they're not running on willpower. They're running on systems and habits. Think of it this way. Every time you execute a trade impulsively, every time you move your stop loss, every time you enter without a clear signal, every time you let emotion override your plan, you're not just making a bad trade, you're practicing bad trading. You're literally training your brain to do it again next time. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Your brain doesn't know the difference between deliberate practice and accidental habit. It just knows repetition. And every impulsive action you take is a rep in the wrong direction. Conversely, and this is where it gets powerful, every single time you follow your plan, even when it's uncomfortable, even when the voice in your head is screaming at you to do something else, you are building a neural pathway toward consistency. The greatest traders in history understood this. They didn't wait to feel like being disciplined. They built environments and rituals that made discipline the path of least resistance. So what does that actually look like in practice? I'm going to give you 3 habits, not 5, not 10. 3. Because complexity is the enemy of consistency. Before you enter any trade, and I mean before, you write down or say out loud, why am I entering? Where is my stop? What is my target? Under what conditions will I exit early? This sounds almost embarrassingly simple, but here's why it works. It forces your rational brain to engage before your emotional brain gets involved. You've decided in a calm state. Now, when price moves against you and panic starts whispering, your earlier, calmer self has already written the answer. Follow the earlier version of you. He was smarter. He wasn't afraid yet. Most traders who keep journals record entries, exits, and P&L. That's not enough. That's just accounting. The journal that builds consistency tracks your psychology. After every trade, write, how did I feel when I entered? Was I calm or anxious? Did I follow my plan exactly? If not, what happened inside me at the moment I deviated? Review this weekly, not monthly, weekly. You will start seeing patterns in yourself that are more valuable than any pattern on a chart, because the market you really need to master is the one between your ears. Never risk more than you're genuinely comfortable losing. Not technically okay with, genuinely comfortable. Because here's what happens when you risk too much. You stop trading your system. You start trading your fear. Every tick against you becomes a threat to your survival, and your brain responds accordingly, irrationally, emotionally, destructively. When your risk is small enough that a loss doesn't hurt, when it's just a cost of doing business, you trade with clarity. And clarity is where consistency lives. Here's the thing about these habits. They're not glamorous. They're not the kind of content that goes viral or makes you feel like a trading hero. But they're what actually works. And most people, including experienced traders, won't implement them consistently, which means the moment you do, you've already separated yourself from the crowd. Now, I want to tell you something that pulls all of this together. Something about patience that might be the most counterintuitive thing you'll hear in this entire video. Waiting is not inactivity. Waiting is a decision. The market will constantly pressure you to do something, to act, to trade, to respond. There will be setups that are almost right. There will be days where nothing triggers and your hands will itch to press a button just to feel like you're participating. Resist it. The best traders I have ever known or read about all shared one trait that surprised me when I first encountered it. They were spectacularly good at doing nothing. They didn't need to trade every day. They didn't confuse activity with productivity. They understood that in the market, the absence of action is often the most profitable action available. There's Jesse Livermore, one of the greatest speculators who ever lived, once said that the money was made in the waiting, not in the thinking or the trading. He was right. and he made and lost multiple fortunes learning exactly that lesson. Most people treat consistency like a destination. Like one day they'll arrive at being consistent and it'll become easy. That's not how it works. Consistency is a practice, like meditation, like physical training. You don't work out once and stay fit forever. You show up every day, you do the work, and the fitness is the result of that compounding effort, invisible day to day, undeniable over years. Your trading is exactly the same. Every time you follow your plan when you didn't feel like it, that's a rep. Every time you skip a trade because the setup wasn't perfect, that's a rep. Every time you sit on your hands when the market is chaotic and your gut is screaming to trade, that's a rep. These reps don't show up in your P&L immediately, but compound them over months, and suddenly you're in the 7%. Let me leave you with this. The market is completely indifferent to you. It doesn't care how much you need the money. It doesn't care how hard you've worked. It doesn't care about your intelligence, your strategy, or your confidence. But it will reward you, quietly, consistently, and over time, if you show up with preparation, patience, and the ability to act from your plan instead of your panic. The question isn't whether you know how to trade. The question is, who are you when the trade is going against you? Are you the person who took 5 deep breaths and followed the plan? Or are you the person who moved the stop, doubled the position, and told yourself it was instinct? Your answer to that question, repeated trade after trade, day after day, is the only thing that determines whether you're in the 7% or the 93%. Master yourself, and you'll master the market. Drop in the comments. What's the one thing that pulls you off your plan most often? I see every single one. Let's build this together. And if this hit different, share it with one trader who needs to hear it. That might be the most valuable trade you make today.